Hello and welcome. Good morning. Happy Friday. I am your guy, the Sports Judge. Thanks for checking out the content. Philly is a dumpster fire. In my own opinion, from a fan's perspective, Joel Embiid cannot be part of the process when he's never healthy enough to play basketball games. And that there needs to be some accountability. I'll take great note of the fact that the Sixers have no leadership. All about self. I have no confidence in this team, short term or long term. Everything they do, from the front office to coaching to execution, is just done poorly and has been for well over a decade now. Daryl Morey is part of the structure of what's going to happen in Philly. I think he's going to obviously oversee team operations. He's a big part of what Philly does. Now, that doesn't mean he's good at his job or what he's doing for this team, which he has not really put them in a good position to win games. I think we know that Morey hasn't done that great of a job when looking at this roster. It's not exactly what Sixers fans thought it would be, and you're seeing it because it's just bad right now. And Philly is off to a dreadful start. And I don't know how much more folks in Philly can take, because I can tell you the fan culture right now is at an all-time low. There's plenty of season left, but to start off like this and as bad as they looked, losing to teams they should beat, it's unacceptable. I think there's a certain point where Nick Nurse has to hold everybody on the Sixers accountable following the loss to the Clippers. It's on everybody, himself included. For whatever reason, they're not guarding the ball well, lazy defense, poor rebounding, ISO heavy, stagnant offense. And again, we're just 7 games into the season, and you can see he's messing with the rotations and lineups, but Nurse can't look for Embiid to carry the offense and defense. If he's not there, then there's really no offense or defense. I understand that Embiid's play is the infrastructure of the Sixers offense, but Nick Nurse needs to design a game plan for nights without him. The workload is too much for Embiid, and when you have your star player unable to stay on the floor and not show up consistently, you have to devise a plan and be open to adjust on the fly. You have to change everything because your main guy is out right now. I don't get the Sixers offense. High pick and rolls. Everybody is hoping for open shots. You got 3 guys standing around. There's rarely any action that has the ball going towards the basket. Never any weak side action, no ball movement. I mean, it's terrible. And I look at this offense and say, man, they really miss Joel Embiid. When he was healthy on the floor and playing, Embiid was literally carrying that offense on his back. Say whatever you want about him. Say whatever you want about this man. Oh, let's blame Joel Embiid for being sidelined. We don't like him, so we'll just blame him for the 1-6 start. Can't do much when your big man isn't playing, because it's more evident now that he's the heart of the team. Without him, the Sixers are nothing. There's no leader. Tactics, structure, pressure, passion, aggression, or vision. None of it. Nurse is making 0 adjustments. No conversations that need to be had are being had during timeouts. So what the hell are you talking about during the timeouts? Are you drawing up quality plays? Telling them to run a specific play and execute it? It's poor execution, and the offense looks lifeless as they don't know what to do. If this is all the Sixers got, if this is the best they can do right now, then they are doomed. Their attack is toothless And they can't win playing like this. Add in the fact you don't have the players. I always say, even as much as we criticize Joel Embiid or say what he's not doing enough of, I still feel like the Sixers need Embiid so badly. The offense just can't function without him because he's the heart and soul of the team. You had Paul George on a 25-minute restriction while the team is 1-5. There's only so much this offense can do when they're without Joel Embiid. For sure, his absence limits them. You have to do a lot of things differently, make adjustments, because I think they need to do a better job in terms of cohesiveness, consistency, and continuity. I also feel like they hit stretches where they can't create any offense. That was the issue against the Clippers. The pattern, it seems like, with this Sixers team is the inability to create, particularly on the offensive side of the floor. And you saw it the other night with the Philadelphia Sixers. And right now, this Sixers team is not very good. And I think one thing, and by the way, at what point do you say, as the head coach, that I have to change it up and in a hurry? I mean, I don't know any other way. I don't know any other way. They couldn't create offense in the third quarter the other night. You have to get more creative. And far too often, the Sixers offense is reliant on difficult shot creation. When it doesn't work, it devolves into no playmaking, no ball movement, no urgency, unintelligent basketball. Nobody on this team shares the ball. Nobody. They don't rebound, and they don't have good shooters. And I don't know what Nick Nurse is doing, playing washed-up veterans, giving them starter minutes, and yet you have young, talented players sitting on the bench gaining no experience. They're not fun. They're not a fun team at all. Embiid is miserable. You don't really have a co-star alongside Embiid. It's obvious with him out because when he's there, his role on the Sixers is to facilitate, to do it all. Maxey is a nice player, but he's not a superstar. There's no consistent shooters. The situation is what it is. And this whole thing where you're running one-play dribble handoffs with high screens obviously isn't it. So since it's not working, stop running that play. Common sense would tell you not to keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting it all of a sudden to work. And when you're 25th in the league in three-point percentage, you're not going to have very much success. That's terrible shooting. To survive in this NBA, you have to shoot the three efficiently. They're shooting way too many threes. You know, we can sit here and point the finger, play the blame game. You know what people are doing in Philly, right? They're blaming Daryl Morey, even though he had a tremendous offseason. Well, now I don't know how tremendous it really was with the way the team has played. Last season when Joel Embiid got hurt with the injury and the surgery, you could not blame Nick Nurse. But this year, when you have Paul George and Tyrese Maxey, and now he's out multiple weeks. George looks washed. He can't mesh with the team because the other two stars are out. Nurse forgot how to coach. And the way things are going now, it's shaping up to be another season ending in misery. Huge pressure should be on Nick Nurse and Daryl Morey. I think he's built a poor roster that can't win without Embiid. And your coach has no idea what to do with this team in Embiid's absence. And now as a result, guess what you have? You have a 1-6 Philly team. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I got to get out of here now. It's been fun chatting with you guys. We'll talk again very soon. Very, very soon, because I got a lot of great stuff coming up for you guys. I got a lot of great content for you guys, so please stay tuned. Please, if you haven't already, do me a huge favor and make sure you hit the subscribe button. I would absolutely love that. Thank you guys so much. But you guys have a great day. I'm checking out of here now. Peace.